I can't even call it an unidentified flying object because frankly, I don't know if it's flying. For me, it could be orbiting or transiting or eclipsing. All I know is this thing is completely unknown, potentially massive, something that's not just far away near where Mars is, but something that could be completely eclipsing the planet. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Second Earth Alternative. Holy crap, do we have an episode today. We have brand new video, and what makes this episode so intense is not just so much the evidence itself that I'm about to showcase, but it's the way that I acquired this evidence. Just to kind of give you guys a little precursor as to what's going to happen in this episode, this evidence did not come from somebody else. This evidence, I'm telling you, it came from us. Us? Yes. How do you speak about the royal we? It's I. Did I say us? Myself. Why? I don't know. So before we get to the evidence, let's go ahead and check out what's been in the news lately. So let's roll the tape.
It's been an abrupt end to summer across much of southern France. The soaring temperatures of recent weeks giving way to 48 hours of torrential downpours, flooding town centres and sweeping through holiday campsites.
California, the ranch fire today became the largest wildfire in California history. It has burned more than 282,000 acres and is part of what's called the Mendocino Complex fires. In Southern California, firefighters continue to battle the Holy Fire, named after the canyon where it started.
Elaine, all along, firefighters have told us there's only so much that they could do. Ultimately, the fate of this fire is in the hands of Mother Nature. And take a look at the path those flames took as high winds brought those flames right through this valley, ripping through all this.
Really pissy lately. So, oh wow, that was a pretty big, wow, okay. So, this volcano is shortly waking up. There's been earthquakes on some other volcano activity.
Amazing video taken from a ski lift in Chile shows smoke spewing from an active volcano. Video shared on social media shows the smoke from the volcano rising 5,000 feet into the air near a popular ski area. Authorities have raised the...
Okay, I guess we can save that for another episode. Just wanted to show you guys that things are getting a little bit shaky in this planet. Now, for the loyal viewers who have been watching episode after episode of Second Earth, you might have remembered that I had an episode about the moon. And basically, look, I'm not an astronomer, right? I'm not the type of guy who just goes out and points cameras at the skies. But when we did capture the full moon, it so happened that there was a UFO, or something that I was not able to identify, racing across the surface of the moon. So this time I decided to capture Mars for no other reason than, as it says here, Mars is making the closest approach to Earth in 15 years. So basically, according to this article, the two planets are just like 35.8 million miles away. Wow, it's saying here this is not going to happen again till 2,287. So basically what ended up happening is on August 4th, 2018, I decided to go ahead and point this telescope, basically almost like a mini telescope. This thing goes up to about 210 millimeters. That's significant. I took both the images, which had even a higher resolution than 4K, and then I took the video itself. So that is the evidence I have. Funny enough, I would have gone here and I would have authenticated the evidence for you guys, but check out what happened with EZTrue. It's true, we've decided to close up shop here at Forensic Technologies and to shut down the EZTrue imaging, testing, and hosting websites. The challenge of verifying the truthfulness of photos and videos is more important than ever, and we're happy to report that DARPA, for those who don't know, that's the United States Defense Advanced Research Project Agency, has kicked off a major research initiative in forensic media. So basically DARPA buys out this technology and now it becomes inaccessible to us. So it's not like it's like a major, like, groundbreaking technology that's like should be top secret. I mean, this is just the ability of any viewer to be able to verify whether a photo is real or not. So whatever, you know, fine. Okay, so we can't use EZTrue. This is my folder. Here's the 105 photo that comes from straight from the NX1. For anybody who has that camera, they know that those are how the photos look like. Here are all my photos that I've taken. You can go ahead and see a preview. Here is Mars. It's a little bit underdeveloped. This 3.34, this last one, is the video file that I'm about to show you guys. Okay, so I'm just gonna start from the beginning. So if you notice from the beginning to the very end, you see how it shifts in position from here all the way to there. So basically that just means, like, in the 5 minutes that I took the image and in the zoom in perspective, you know, there's a little bit of degrees that Mars actually orbited and Earth orbited away from each other. So that's the movement that you're seeing. I'm just gonna start playing this. Now here's where it gets kind of interesting, because you see that it's, you know, it's not that perfect circle that I showed you before in Photoshop. So let me pause this for a second and let me show you what's happening in Photoshop, right? You know, these kind of rectilinear patterns that you might see around Mars, I think that has more to do with the blades that are associated with the lens itself. So don't think that this is actually like in the planet. I think that's more like an artifact with the blades. But anyways, going back to the video, do you see what's going on here? There's something eclipsing this planet on the left side, right? And I know it's kind of shaky right now, but I'm gonna give you guys a stabilized version so you guys can really see what's happening here. So you see how it continues to eclipse the planet, right? And you gotta imagine that when I have a telescope, right, and I'm pointed out in the sky, for something to eclipse this planet, right? Well, first of all, as I showed you, it's going from left to right. So if it's going from left to right, see, then let's pretend like there was something in front of the lens that might have eclipsed the object as the object passed behind that thing. Well, you would expect that if that was happening, because the object is going from left to right from our perspective, that the eclipse would start from the right side, because it's as if the object is just going from, you know, left to right, and if there was an object in front of it, you would expect that the shadow would start on the right side. That's what's so strange about this anomaly. As the planet is orbiting, you can see that the eclipse is actually happening on the left side, which means that whatever is blocking Mars right now, as you guys are seeing, is something that is probably closer to Mars than it is to Earth. At least that's my initial impression. But let me play on and let me show you this almost Martian eclipse that we're seeing here. Completely unexpected. I don't know what we're seeing. So you see what's going on here? Maybe I can turn down the audio.
All right, Felipe, I have...
Okay. Sorry. I need to turn down the audio, but look at this, guys. It's as if we're seeing a Martian eclipse. And, okay, so once again, if we're going to try to think about something blocking a star, okay? The Mars, when you look at the Mars in the sky, it's as if you're looking at a star, right? So then you got to ask, what could possibly divide a tiny little star, right? That's what I'm saying. Whatever this is probably closer to Mars than it is to Earth, because I can't imagine how something in Earth could get in between this telescope and this tiny little star in the sky and split it in half as we see it right here. I mean, this is phenomenal, I think. So just moving forward, let's just continue this video. I really don't know what to say. I don't know what this is. I wish I had I wish I could say something about this. I wish I had like some kind of like precedence or some kind of like previous experience to understand what this could be. I've never seen an object orbit from left to right while being obscured by another object from the opposite direction. You know, all the while this object is only the size of a little star. So what the hell could be splitting this? I would think that whatever's splitting this has to be out in space, right? Because how else would you be able to create such a tiny little defined split? I don't know. Look, this is I think that's the end of the video. So let me just play it real quick. Maybe we can make it bigger real quick, and we'll fast forward a little bit just so you guys can get a really good impression of what this could be. It keeps eclipsing, and look, it's almost as if like whatever is eclipsing is kind of following. Look, see? I mean, does anybody know what this could be? I'm very, very flabbergasted. It's just I've never experienced anything like this, so I don't even know where to start. Like I said, I don't know if I should call this unidentified flying object, because there's nothing here that's showing me that anything's flying. What I'm seeing is something that's obscuring the light of an entire planet, like an eclipse, like a full solar eclipse. And so all right, so to end this episode, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about what's going on with Alex Jones and the free speech in YouTube. Now, a lot of people thought I was supporting Alex Jones. Look, the guy, I don't support him. I'm supporting the concept that people shouldn't be kicked out of platforms that are near government-like utilities when they're not really doing any physical harm or actual like hate crimes. I mean, Alex Jones is a little nutty, but what he did, I don't think justifies 5 or 6 different companies crashing in and then basically dethroning his platform when he's outperforming like big organizations like CNN on the internet. So that's really what that was about. But going on that topic, I wanted to, because this also has to do with this UFO topic as well, what I've been actually having a lot of fun with once I got monetized is to kind of analyze what videos YouTube has been allowing to be monetized and which ones they're demonetizing. It's almost like a game for me, like kind of trying to figure out their algorithms or their patterns. But there is one video that absolutely shocked me that it was demonetized. Mostly because I don't say anything in a video. I just show things that are real, things that have happened before, and then I juxtapose it in an order that makes you question the very fabric of our reality on planet Earth and our relationship to this planet. So maybe that's why they demonetized it. But before I show you the clip, let me show you the reasons that they gave for demonetizing this video, because I think this is very important. Okay, so the video that they demonetized is called UFOs in Plain Sight. If this doesn't convince you UFOs and aliens are real, then I don't know what will. So here's their reasons. Advertisers avoid placing ads on the videos that don't align with their brand. For example, they may choose not to advertise on content that's sexually suggestive, includes bad language, or is considered controversial. Or is considered controversial? Why don't you just say we do whatever the hell we want? Because isn't the nature of entertainment to be controversial? Isn't the nature of thinking, of being able to develop concepts and ideas and progress as a human race, doesn't that require controversy? That one person agrees or disagrees to agree, or however is happening, but that eventually they can come to a common consensus? But they can't come to a common consensus if they can't disagree. And things aren't entertainment or interesting, and no movie will ever be interesting without the conflicts in between. So you're basically saying that if there's any kind of controversy, that you can deem it. So you're not even giving me any rules. This doesn't tell me anything. All you're telling me is you're God. Got it. Do whatever you want. Okay. Okay, so maybe I'm getting a little bit heated with this. I just don't like this wording. I think words are important. I think, you know, when they say, why did this happen? I'm expected to be given an actual reason. I'm expected to give it something that has meaning. When somebody says, because it could be considered controversial, then there's all meaning is lost. You have complete control. Got it. Okay? What I really wanted to do is, I thought it'd be fun at the end of my episodes to kind of showcase some of these videos that have been demonetized. So I'm not gonna play the video for you guys, but I will go ahead and highlight it at the end of this episode. And as you can tell, this is the end of the episode. But please tell your friends, tell all your family members, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to share this video and the evidence, because I don't know if anybody else has this out in the internet. Thank you once again for sticking with me. This is Felipe Osorio, signing out.